Hi, my name's Steve Martile. So this past weekend, something really interesting happened. In this video, I actually want to give you a chance to ask me questions that you have about the 7-day manifestation experiment or manifestation in general. Now, before I open that invitation to you, I really want to share a story. So this past weekend, I had someone call my client hotline. It's basically for people who buy products from me or coaching or that sort of thing. And the voicemail basically said, hey, Steve, I used your 7-day manifestation experiment and it didn't work. And give me a call back and here's my number. Now, when I usually get calls like that, which I don't, but when I do get calls I get from people who haven't bought a product from me or coaching, I usually don't return the call, right? Because they haven't actually given me any money, right? Because it's a free service, right? Other words. And then I thought about it and I was like, I actually got a call back from this gentleman, and I won't give his name, I'll be anonymous. His name's, we'll just say Paul, for in case of intensive purposes for this video. So Paul gives me a call back, and I see the number calling, and I don't normally answer the client hotline phone. I don't answer the number at all because it's basically leaves a voicemail, and then if it's really important, someone will email me. They're already a client anyway, so we'll work it out, right? But this guy, well, Paul, whoever it is, leaves this voicemail, and I answer the phone this time. I was like, I'm going to answer the phone. So I pick up the phone. This guy calls me, and I say, hey, it's Steve Martile from Freedom Education. And he goes, Steve, he goes, I used your 7-day manifestation experiment, and it didn't work. Can you please call me back? And he's assuming that he's leaving another voicemail for me, but I'm actually listening on the phone, right? And so I said, no, Paul, it's me. It's Steve. So what happened? So we get into it. And I said, well, what were you trying to manifest? And he said, $2.5 million. I said, okay, it's pretty specific, right? And he said it was believable when he visualized it. I said, okay. I said, what's the most, Paul, that you've ever made before in your entire life? In an entire year, how much is the most you've ever made? And Paul says, $44,000. And I said, okay. I said, and you want to manifest $2.5 million? He said, yeah. I said, okay. He goes, when I visualize the $2.5 million, it feels so good. I'm vibrating. I can feel it like as if it's coming here now. And I said, okay, I understand where you went wrong. When you visualize something as if it's, happening now and you feel it, that's good. But what you really want to do is you want to check in with yourself during the day when you set the intention and ask yourself, is it believable to you? So what Paul did is he did it right while he's visualizing. It's like, oh yeah, it's an 8, 9 out of 10, totally believable when I visualize, totally desirable. What I said to Paul is, when you're not visualizing, which is like 99% of the time, how do you feel about the goal? He's like, well, I had self-doubts. I started to question myself. Is it going to show up? And I said, yeah. That's when you want to actually use your litmus test to test and see if it's believable for you. Not when you're visualizing. When you're visualizing, it will always feel as if it's believable to you. If you're right in that space, if you're in the right space, you feel really good, you're resonating at that frequency, then yes, it's going to feel like 100%, 9, 8 out of 10, that it's going to be believable to you. But my question is, when you don't visualize, which is the rest of your unconscious or conscious day, right, if you're sleeping or not, is it believable to you? So that's why we have to go work with Paul. And I said, pick something that's more believable to you. Maybe it's $55,000 a year. Maybe it's another job. And you think to yourself, well, I don't really want another job because it feels upstream, that sort of thing. Then pick a job that's a lot more fun. Because if you think about it, it's all about moving downstream and escalating what you believe is possible. That's what this process does. So I have an invitation for you, okay? I have an invitation for you. Down below this video, I have my hotline number, which is usually on for paid clients, but I'm opening it up for, the first 100 people to phone me, and I'm not going to answer the phone. You can leave a voicemail. You can be completely anonymous if you want to, and ask me your biggest questions about the 7-day manifestation experiment or manifestation in general, okay? So you can call the number directly. It's a California number. And leave a voicemail. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put together a few answers to those questions and create some more videos for you. Okay? So leave your questions below. You can use SpeakPipe as well. Just click the button there, and you basically don't have to dial a phone number. You just click the button, hit record, leave your question, and then hit send, and basically you leave your name and you're good to go. Or if you want to be completely anonymous, you can do that too. So that's my invitation to you. If you have used the 7-day manifestation experiment, for some people it works. For some people it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Right? So that's the polarity. I get that. Some people work, some people it doesn't work. That's okay, either way. But for you, maybe you've tried to manifest money. Maybe you've tried to manifest something in your life in 7 days and it didn't work. What are your questions for me? What are your questions? What did you do? What was your experience? And what's your question? I'm going to take all of those questions and I'm going to put together some videos for you and post them here on my blog. My name is Stephen Martile, founder of freedomeducation.ca. Make sure to get in, put your voicemail in, or dial my customer hotline while it's still there. Like, this is not going to be up forever. I'm just putting it up for a short period of time. So while it's there, check it out. Leave me a voicemail. Reach out. That's what I'm offering to you. It's my invitation. Thanks again for listening and watching. My name is Steve Martile, and I look forward to speaking with you and hearing from you real soon.